My sister hired private detectives to prove I was lying about my new, successful life after I cut off ties with my toxic family. She planned to expose me as a failure at our grandma's birthday dinner, but their faces went pale when the detective's report landed on the table and revealed that she. The moment I walked into the restaurant, I knew something was off. It was too quiet, too polite, the kind of silence people use when they're waiting for someone to trip and already rehearsing their laughter. Grandma's 80th was supposed to be a simple family dinner, a long table, string lights, her favorite lemon cake. But as I walked toward the empty seat at the end, the only one left, I felt it, eyes on me like knives waiting for permission to be drawn. I hadn't seen most of them in nearly 2 years. Not since I cut contact. No dramatic blowout, no screaming match, just a clean break after years of emotional manipulation, backhanded jabs, and being the family's punching bag disguised as the sensitive one. But I came tonight for Grandma because she had never been cruel, never called me a failure, never rolled her eyes when I said I wanted more than this life. They all settled in like quicksand. She greeted me first, hugged me too long, whispered, "I'm glad you came." I smiled. I wouldn't miss it. Then I saw my sister, Chloe. Same smug expression, same sleek hair, and surgically perfect smirk. She didn't wave. She didn't even blink. Just leaned back in her chair like she'd already won something I hadn't even entered. Dinner moved slowly. Stiff conversation. Glasses clinking over bad stories. Then, just as dessert was being served, Chloe cleared her throat. "Before we dive into Grandma's cake," she said, "I have a little something to share." She pulled out a manila folder and tapped it on the table. "Since our dear Sabrina has been telling everyone about her amazing new life, her business, her big new success, I thought we'd take a moment to fact-check." Laughter, a few gasps. Dad chuckled into his napkin. My uncle leaned forward, hungry for drama. Chloe grinned like a woman who'd waited months for this moment. "I hired a private investigator, actually, just to see if all her stories added up." She looked directly at me. "I mean, what kind of sister would I be if I didn't protect the family from fantasy?" I didn't flinch, didn't even blink, just stared at her while she handed the folder to Grandma. Grandma's hands trembled as she opened it. First page, a header. Second page, a line of bold print. She read it. Her lips parted. She flipped the page again and again. And then her face changed. Not with confusion, not with embarrassment, but with shock. She passed the folder silently to my father. His mouth tightened. He looked at Chloe, then at me, and for the first time in my life, he looked afraid. Chloe's smile began to crack because the truth was written in black and white, but not my truth, hers. "My name is Sabrina Lane, and from wherever you're watching this video, stay with me. Because some lies come dressed as questions, but when the answers land on the table, they don't just ruin dinner, they burn the whole house down."